Hey, what's up, people? JayDub here with my 2011 WWE Elimination Chamber review video. Going to be giving you guys some match results, highlights of the night, and also my thoughts and opinions on them. By the way, if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button up there. Thanks. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, give or take a few. Last time I checked, we were 200 away. So click that subscribe button up there. Join us on the road to WrestleMania. A lot of interesting things that are going to be talked about over these next couple of weeks. So come on, jump on the road trip to WrestleMania. Speaking of the grandest stage of them all, the destination looks a lot clearer after the results of some of the matches from tonight, so let's just go ahead and jump right into the show. First match of the night, Alberto Del Rio versus Kofi Kingston. So we have the Intercontinental Champion versus the winner of the 2011 Royal Rumble match. And the 2011 Royal Rumble match winner also wins this match. He defeats Kofi Kingston after Kofi tapped out to Alberto Del Rio's armbar finisher. This was a very entertaining and exciting match from start to finish. They really had the crowd into it. Both guys played their roles perfectly and they were great in this match. The ending of the match started to come when Kofi Kingston went for a drop kick from the top rope on Alberto Del Rio. He went for the pin, but Alberto Del Rio's ring announcer caused a distraction. Of course, Kofi got distracted, and he goes over to try to confront the ring announcer. Then Alberto Del Rio follows. He hits Alberto with the SOS, tries to pin him. Well, he actually does pin him. He only gets a 2 count. Then they move over to the turnbuckle. Kofi Kingston has his legs elevated on the turnbuckle, and Alberto Del Rio hits him with a neck breaker. That allows Alberto Del Rio the perfect opportunity to hit his finisher, and he does exactly that, and Kofi Kingston taps out. Like I said, it was a very exciting match from start to finish. I really enjoyed it. Alberto Del Rio, he's shaping up to be a very well-rounded superstar. WWE is giving him this big push as soon as he came into the company, and he's looking like he's very worth it. And he's on the road to WrestleMania to face off for the World Heavyweight Championship. So congratulations to him. Second match of the night, SmackDown Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship. We had Edge, we had Rey Mysterio, we had Wade Barrett, Drew McIntyre, and Kane, and the final man in the match was the Big Show. He replaces Dolph Ziggler, who was quote-unquote fired on this last episode of Friday Night SmackDown. This match, it was a pretty good match. I watched the match like 3 times after it aired initially, and I will say I thought the match was good at first, but I started to like it more and more. It started to improve in my eyes after I watched the subsequent time. So it was a pretty good match. It was entertaining, but for me, I didn't really get into the match until Drew McIntyre came into the ring, and he was the 5th person. So out of 6 people, the match didn't get interesting to me until we had the 5th person in the ring. But after that, it was just balls to the wall, and it was great from that point right on to the finish. I knew nothing was going to happen too major in the first couple of minutes of the match because it started out with 2 faces, Edge and Rey Mysterio. And, coincidentally, the same people who started out the match were the last 2 competitors in the ring, Edge and Rey Mysterio. So Edge, he ends up winning the match, retaining his World Heavyweight Championship after delivering a spear to Rey Mysterio, who jumped from the top rope and tried to attack Edge after hitting him with a 619. So a lot of stuff was going on in the last couple of minutes of that match, and it turned out to be pretty good. Before we even had Edge and Rey Mysterio as the last 2 competitors, you had some great stuff going on with the Big Show. Everybody was trying to attack the Big Show, trying to get him out of the match. To me, the highlights of this match were Drew McIntyre and his intensity, because he was great. As soon as he came out of the pod, he grabbed Rey Mysterio, put him on his shoulders, launched him straight through that Lexan glass. I think that's what they were calling it, but I'm like, that shit is just some regular ass plexiglass. Like, stop fronting. Like, that's plexiglass. Like, be serious, So he throws him to the Lexan, the strongest glass in the world, and then he does a similar thing to Wade Barrett, but he threw him back first into it. Drew McIntyre, he was great in this match. I would say he's the MVP of this match, but of course, all guys, they had their, the spotlight on them at various times. So, like I said, Edge, he won the match, and afterwards, his opponent at WrestleMania, Alberto Del Rio, he comes out, he runs into the chamber, he attacks Edge, and out of nowhere we hear Christian's music. He runs down to the ring, and he's defending his former brother and his current best friend, Edge, and he attacks Alberto Del Rio because, as you guys know, Alberto Del Rio was the reason why Christian was taken out of action, so, you know, per storyline. And he hits him with the kill switch, and that's the end of that. So who knows what's going to happen with Christian and how he's going to factor into what's going on in the world title picture. Maybe the matchup will be changed to a triple threat match, Edge versus Christian versus Alberto Del Rio for the world championship at WrestleMania. Who knows, but looks pretty interesting. Yeah, I'll be tuning in to SmackDown to see what happens. On to the third match of the night. WWE Tag Team Championships were on the line. Heath, Slater, and Justin Gabriel, part of the core over on SmackDown, versus the current champions Vladimir, Kozlov, and Satntino. This match was basically, the only way I could describe it, no harm, no foul. No foul. There wasn't too much comedy in it. It didn't last for very long, maybe, 5 minutes, so I'm not going to complain too much about it, but there wasn't much going on in the match. But Heath, Slater, and Justin Gabriel, they win, and they are your new tag team champions. I'm just so disinterested in that Satntino tag team and also the tag team division in WWE. Like, hell, it's non-existent. Like, I don't even really care about the tag team championships, so I can't see myself getting invested in this match at all. So, you know, there you go. No harm, no foul, though. So now we move on to the biggest and most important match of the night, the WWE Championship match, The Miz defending his title versus Jerry the King Lawler. So many people were asking me beforehand, Jay, what are you going to do if Jerry Lawler actually wins this match? What are you going to do if The Miz loses his WWE Championship to the King? And I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to think of this being in the realm of possibility at all. So you know what? I'm going to move this to the back of my mind. I don't even want to think about the King being the WWE Champion. But as the days started to roll on and we started to get closer to the show, it started to move closer, 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 and closer to the front until I had to face up with the reality that there is a big chance that Jerry Lawler could walk out of the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view being the WWE Champion. And I was like, I don't want it to happen. I don't want Jerry Lawler to be the WWE Champion. Jerry Lawler can't be the WWE Champion. Jerry Lawler better not be the WWE Champion. If he wins this match, all hell is going to break loose. I was going to go ape shit nuts. Like, you guys remember that X-Men cartoon from the 90s with Jean Grey turning into being taken over by the Phoenix Force? If Jerry Lawler had won this match, the Phoenix Force wouldn't have had shit on what I would have turned into. Like, I would have turned into some kind of monster you've never seen before, and this video would have been completely different than what it is now. But since The Miz did win this match, I can sit here and I can smile. I can sit here and I can say that The Miz is going to WrestleMania 27, baby, as the WWE Champion. That's fucking awesome. Like, so many people have doubted The Miz for so long. Like, go back to when he won, before he won the Money in the Bank briefcase. People were like, oh, he has no chance in winning. He proved them wrong. Proved all of the naysayers and the doubters wrong. Then you move on to him with the Money in the Bank briefcase. People were like, oh, he has no chance in hell. He'll never win a never win the World Championship. Oh, he'll be the first person in history to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase and not win a World Championship. He proved all of the doubters, the naysayers, all of the haters wrong. Won the WWE Championship from Randy Orton. And then, once he proved them wrong, once again, they brought up something else. Brought up another excuse. Oh, he's going to lose it in his first title defense. Oh, he's going to lose it at the next pay-per-view. Oh, this person is going to defeat him. That person is going to defeat him. And every single time he's had a challenge, he's met that challenge and defeated it. Every single time, every title defense he's had, he's defeated that person, whether it was, you know, some shady dealings going on, whatever, it doesn't matter. Fact is, he won, and now he's going into WrestleMania as the champion. As a Miz fan, I'm just so proud right now. So proud to be a Miz fan. So happy in this moment right now. But I do admit to being nervous and apprehensive about the impending finish of his championship match with Jerry Lawler. And you guys, you know what? You don't even have to take my word for it. Let's look at my live reaction to this match, because I recorded myself specifically for the purpose of, if Jerry Lawler won, that I was gonna go fucking nuts on camera. But luckily he didn't. But you guys still get to see me on the edge of my seat. So roll the footage. They need to get rid of this fucking ref, because he just removed Alex Riley from the ringside and he didn't even see anything. A fucking hack of a ref. Interfere. Interfere, Cole. Get him. Knock his ass out. Knock his ass out. That's bullshit. He should be disqualified for that. He just deliberately attacked Michael Cole. He should be disqualified. Yo, we gonna witness history tonight, because if Jerry Lawler wins this fucking match, I'm shutting shit down. That's history. I can't do it. Stop looking at that fucking WrestleMania sign, because the only way you go into WrestleMania is if your ass sitting at the commentary table. You will not be competing. Not competing. Yes! Get him! Get him! Yes! Yes! The Miz is going to WrestleMania. Yes! Yes! The Miz is going to WrestleMania, baby. Yes! 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 I need an inhaler. And I didn't even have asthma. Oh, shit. Yeah, that was funny as hell. I can admit to that. Like, I can sit here and laugh at myself, but as far as I'm concerned, like, that's my passion. Like, I wanted the Miz to go into WrestleMania, and like, he's there. He's there. He's there. So, ooh, I can breathe a sigh of relief. And yeah, this match, it was actually an entertaining match. Like, I know I had my reservations about Jerry Lawler being placed in a match with the Miz at a pay-per-view for the WWE Championship, but I never doubted for 1 minute that it would end up being a good match, and that's what it ended up being. And it had a great story going into it. But yeah, the Miz, he wins with the skull-crushing finale, and yeah, he's going on to WrestleMania, baby. Yeah. So speaking of WrestleMania, let's move on to the next match. This is going to determine the Miz's opponent at WrestleMania. The Raw Elimination Chamber match. The competitors were John Cena, Randy Orton, John Morrison, R-Truth, CM Punk, and Sheamus. Whoever wins this is going to go on to face the Miz at WrestleMania 27 for the WWE Championship. And the winner ended up being John Cena. I see a lot of people were pissed off that John Cena won this match. On one hand, I would have loved for John Morrison to win. I knew that John Cena was going to win, just like a lot of people did. But that doesn't, just because I saw the ending coming before it actually happened, it doesn't mean that, oh, the match sucked as a result. You know, I'm not going to let the last 3 seconds of the match, outshine everything that happened for however long it went on. And actually, I would say that this match was better than the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. You guys share with me your comments, but my opinion is that the Raw Elimination Chamber was better than SmackDown's. Raw, it had a better focus, and it had a lot more intensity than the SmackDown Elimination Chamber as far as I'm concerned. This one started off with John Morrison and Sheamus. They have had a pretty hot feud with each other. They faced off, tons of times, and they face off once again to start off this Elimination Chamber. Then we had Orton come into the match. He was like untouchable for a couple of minutes. Like, he was just whooping ass, from here to Tennessee. I don't know why I said Tennessee, but whatever. But yeah, he was just completely whooping ass in the match. He was like untouchable for a couple of minutes, and I can actually say that I enjoyed Orton in this match. I don't know what it is, but I enjoyed Orton in this match, so I don't have anything to complain about from Randy Orton in this video. I know the Randy Orton marks are breathing a sigh of relief right now, but yeah, he was impressive in this match, just as a lot of people. Hell, everybody in this match was impressive. Even, poor little R-Truth, for the couple of hot minutes he was in, because they got his ass out first. Yeah, he was done quick in this match. But yeah, CM Punk, it looked like he was going to be the first person eliminated, because when we had Morrison, Sheamus, and Orton in the ring, CM Punk, he was the next competitor to come out of his pod, but he couldn't even get out of the pod. Like, the door was stuck and he couldn't get out, but Randy Orton still attacked him, then pulled him out of the pod and hit him with the RKO. He eliminated CM Punk, so he thought, but the Raw general manager chimed in and said, you know what, the pod was faulty, and he didn't have a legit chance in this match, so they reset him back in his pod, so he got a second chance in this match after being eliminated. So he goes back into his pod. Cena comes out, then Truth comes out, and he gets eliminated. Then CM Punk comes out, and so we had 5 guys in the match at that point, and all 5 guys were just great. They played their roles well. Punk, he actually ended up eliminating Randy Orton with the go to sleep. Then Morrison eliminated Sheamus after an amazing spot in this match. Morrison, he climbs to the top of one of the pods. Sheamus, he climbs on the top of the turnbuckle trying to get at Morrison, and he tries to hit him with a high cross that high up in the air, but to no avail. John Morrison knocks him off the top rope. John Morrison starts to climb to the center of the chamber, and he drops down onto Sheamus from the center of the chamber. He pins him 1, 2, 3. Sheamus eliminated from the match, so we're down to 3 people: Morrison, Cena, and CM Punk. And at that point, the match was just, it was just so great. Morrison was once again being his impressive self. He had another spot in the match where CM Punk tried to vault him through one of the chamber pods, but John Morrison, instead of going through the glass, he latches himself onto the pod, climbs up top, and no, he didn't climb up top. He climbed onto the pod and then jumped from the pod, like while he was spinning, he jumped from the pod and spun and latched himself onto the chain link on the side of the Elimination Chamber, and then hits CM Punk with a flash kick. You couldn't even make this shit up, some of the amazing stuff that John Morrison does. And you know what? I won't even rant in this video because you guys have seen me do it time and time again, but the feeling is still there. What the fuck does John Morrison have to do to be looked at as a legit contender in WWE? So many people are saying, oh, it's his mic skill. He doesn't have great mic skills. That's why he's being held back. That's complete bullshit. I don't even believe that at all anymore. I used to believe, oh, yeah, John Morrison is being held back because of his mic skills. He has a look, he has a great gimmick, and he has ability out of this fucking world when it comes to him competing in the ring. Just look at some of the people that WWE has pushed before in the past. Look at Vladimir Kozlov. This motherfucker got a push for the WWE World Championship back on SmackDown a couple of years ago. He got a much bigger push than John Morrison did, and he isn't half the competitor that John Morrison is. Kozlov doesn't have mic skills or in-ring ability as far as I'm concerned, but this motherfucker gets a push and John Morrison doesn't. And I said I wasn't going to rant, and here I am. But like I said, my point still stands. What does John Morrison have to do? What does he have to do? Yeah, I was hoping that he was going to win this match, but he didn't win the match. He ended up being eliminated, and then we had John Cena quickly after that eliminate CM Punk with an attitude adjustment to the steel floor of the chamber. Pins him. Match is over with. The pay-per-view is done, and Cena does it. You can't see me, and a wink and a nod at the end of the show. I'm thinking that was towards The Rock. I'm still waiting on that confrontation between The Rock and John Cena. And Cena, I'm telling you, you better come with the fucking fire. Earlier in the night, he had a bowl of Fruity Pebbles, and he was eating the Fruity Pebbles backstage. I don't want any jokes and shit. Come with the fire towards The Rock. Come with the fire. If you don't, I'm serious, I would lose so much respect for you. And you have so much respect to gain if you defend your ring. And that's what you need to do. But yeah, some other things that happened tonight. We had Trish Stratus return to WWE. She was announced as the another trainer on Tough Enough, and we also had Kelly return. She attacked Vicky Guerrero. Then we had Lay Cool come down there. They attacked her, and Trish Stratus came to her defense. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening during this Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I will give this a passing grade. There was not one match that I really disliked. The tag team match, that was whatever. I could have done without it, but it wasn't bad. But every match on this card was, except for that one, was, a pretty good match. And yeah, this pay-per-view gets a passing grade. So yeah, now we just have WrestleMania from here on out, and also 2/21/11 tomorrow. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you rate this video thumbs up, comment down in the comment section below, and peace out.